I think even if you look past just murder, if you look at just how people manage, let's say, finances, if in our community it's so applauded and lauded that if you got the nicest whip, if you got the nicest chain, if you got the nicest sneakers, if you got the $1,000 jeans.
So that wasn't before rap? So black people haven't always been, because we haven't had for so long, right? For a long time. When we do, we want.
If you haven't had, how can you get?
Hold on. But when we do get, you want to let motherfuckers know you got. So you kind of overcompensate to show a nigga like, nigga, I belong to where you are, right? That's kind of where the shit started.
Where did that start in history in your mind? Because the history that I've talked to with the older people in my family, it was when we figured out how to make it last for as long as we can, so everybody can at least eat. So I don't. When did it start where you feel like when we gotta flaunt?
I think it started. It probably started before you think. Honestly.
I don't know, but
I can't give you. I can't give you
like a definite year,
a definite century or whatever.
But I can say in the 1930s, my grandfather and grandmother, when they were coming up, the family, when they got a few dollars, they damn went and they bought a couple chickens so they can get some eggs, and then they would kill the chickens.
I got you.
So when in history, you can go back to Africa. If you want to.
We can go back to the old drug dealers, the Frank Lucases,
from the 60s.
It wasn't no rap then.
70s.
Rap is only 50 years old.
Okay.
Right. So with them, when they got it,
right,
they let it be known, nigga, I got it. Like with the clothes they wear, with the jewelry, with all that kind of shit before rap music. So I think it was I think it's a time and period where black people, once they got it, they wanted to look like they had it because they hadn't had it so long. And I think it carried over from generation to generation, which went into the rap music, which is why they talk about it, which now influences the same shit that's been happening.
But if we say that we are continuing to try to grow and we're trying to fight generational curses, why isn't the intent to fight that? We know that hurts families for generations, for whole. That hurts the children getting their opportunities because the parents still want to show off and do this and spend money and not have money to take care of themselves. So if that's what we already know, why would we not support or promote things to counter that?
I think it happens at home though. Like I think.
Yeah, because sometimes that's all they know.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is like if all you know is that, but then every time you go outside and you hear something else, it's the same thing. You're gonna keep doing the same thing. But if you continually hear as you growing up, man, I got this from this first brick that I got this money and I was able to invest it, or I was able to help my cousin go to school, and then we all ate off of that. If that's a continuing message, then eventually that's going to be something that we continually to promote, because we know there's other things we can do with our money besides buy a chain.
But I feel like a lot of people do, but they still have to talk about that first brick or first few bricks that they got.
And I'm honestly cool
with
what
the entertainment part of it.
With what you had to do to get the platform that you got, and you tell the truth to the people. I'm okay with it. But at what time do you take responsibility for what you're putting into the people that are following behind you?
I feel like you do it in a small, like, so it's so many people that has tried to just like go there. Shit didn't sell, so you kind of got to go back.
And see, to me, that's being led by the dollar.
But that's
their job,
bro.
So that's where I feel like. And I know
cannot like what you do at work. It's a lot of people that go to work every day and not like what they do.
Right.
They're being led by the dollar, right? Because they have to fucking take care of themselves. So the family.
Is it okay? Let's say Inside Man.
Yeah.
The money that man used to build his empire was built off the blood of what is it?
The Holocaust.
From the Holocaust. That's
I don't
okay.
speak about none of that shit.
But I'm just saying that's an example outside of us. But that's okay, right? Because what got him his dollar is okay for him to build off of. We want to now change it to where, okay, I got it from this. Let me be honest, I got it from this. But this is also how I built something that my family can live off of forever.
It's some people that's talking about it.
And I
but
agree.
the thing is, the sad fact is, if they're trying to feed their families, the people who are paying them to feed their families don't want to hear it, so they're not going to approve it.
And again,
like that's the sad part.
Again,
I understand.
I'm 30.
like,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
so like when we talk, like when these young boys walk into Sony, and they like, hey, I'm trying to get a deal. Here's what I got, right? So the first album you get is the rawest thing they got, right? Excuse me. They talking murder and mayhem, drug dealing, trapping, all this. So now that's out, okay? The second album, he in a better space, like living a better life. You know what I'm saying? First song on the next album, he like, I took care of my mama. They like, all right, we'll give you that one.
Yeah,
but
I need to hear how you was able to.
We need to get back to that murder and mayhem. You know what I'm saying? Because like, let's just be real. They can say it's no agenda, but it is an agenda.
For sure.
Because they push to our community, and like they push it to everybody because anybody can buy it, right?
Yeah.
But our community has a tendency to see it, and then we put it up above our beds. We listen to it as we go to sleep. We listen to it during the day. We listen to it before the game. We listen to it on the way to church. Meanwhile,
on the way to fucking somebody else.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's the other communities who listen to it just listen to it for entertainment.
Right.
It ain't all entertainment for us.
Right.
Because there's some kid that's listening to it like, man, if I go buy my first bird from my baby mama brother and chop it up and start passing out them hubbles, I get some money. But then they will understand the other things that come along with it.
Right. That's why you got to listen to certain people.
Right. Exactly. So it's not really like it becomes. Yes, it does become the responsibility of the artist to want to start to make a difference with their music, but in the same breath, these artists are still thinking, I got to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And if the A&Rs hear that album where they like, hey man, we got to do better. Let's get ourselves out the projects. They like little ratchet Tunchi. What the fuck is this? We need you to go back to murder and mayhem, bro.
And that's what I was about to say. I'm 35, no better, all that. But nigga, when I hear my rap, I want to hear the old niggas. Like, I still want old Jeezy. I still want old Boosie. And of course, they've made Jeezy has made some better adult shit, right? But when that nigga come with that shit, I'm like, oh, that nigga back. He back to his old stuff. Like, because it's entertainment. It's what I enjoy listening to, right? It puts me back in a space of what I like.
But is it worth? Because you are old enough to make the decisions. Is it worth that 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old that can't make the differentiation to go out and do what he's hearing? Is it worth the lives that possibly could be lost? Because if everybody's promoting all this reform shit, when you go in to kill somebody and you hear some reform, you're like, you know what, maybe Bert he had a moment where he wanted to kill somebody, he made a different decision. If you constantly hear that going to kill somebody, you might lean that way. But I'm just saying, if it was promoted across the industry, you have a better chance than what we're seeing with people just like, you know what, fuck it.
So what we're doing is, right? So we want to limit people.
We want to challenge people.
No, we want to limit people on their abilities to talk about different things, which is a free country and freedom of speech, right? Because of this small percentage of people who may go and do these things.
I don't think it's as small as you think.
What's your percentage?
I'm not a scientist. I just don't think that it's more. I don't think it's what you think it is.